Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you because I've just received my craft box. I have done a separate video showing you what I get in the craft box, but I've just still got everything out. Now I said that I would come back on and I would make something using the items that we got this month. I was going to do a card, but I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to do a canvas because I think this fits perfectly on it. Now this canvas is from the works. I want to say you get a set of 6 for I think it's about £3-4, something like that. Might even be cheaper than that, but it's a 7x5 canvas. So I thought, why not do a canvas? We haven't done a canvas in such a long time, and if you wanted to, you could always turn it into a card because it is the right size for a card. So yeah, so that's what I think I'm going to do. So let's move all these bits and pieces out of the way, because I think the first thing that we need to do is we need to prep our canvas. So we need to actually give it a quick coat of gesso. So let me grab a paintbrush, and then and this just helps all of your mediums to move on your canvas. So I'm not sure actually if they're already prepped. I've never actually read them. I just automatically prep them. But you can get canvases out there that already have a coat of gesso on them. If you don't have gesso, then you could use white acrylic paint. I can't see why that wouldn't work. But you can also get a tub of white gesso from the works for about £5. I like to use my 13 Arts because it's super thick, but it is like gold dust. I can't tell you where to get it from because I can't get some myself, so it's, yeah, when I do find it, there tends to only be 1 or 2 left in the shop. So yeah, I did get a message of someone saying that they got it, but then unfortunately I did order some, but they had to refund me because of the coronavirus crisis, so I still didn't get any. So yeah, never mind. But luckily I do have one left. This is actually a different gesso. So this is a Pebo gesso or Peblo, I'm not sure how you say it, gesso, but these jars are just so much easier for me to work with. Right, okay, so what I've done is I've put that on, and what I'm thinking is, so let's get that out because we want that. I want the spray out, so I think we should definitely use this spray because it is gorgeous. So I did do a little test in my last video, so that's what it is. It's like a blue shimmer spray, which is just gorgeous. Let us use this packaging as well. So I'm just going to, let me have a look. I do need some oh, what do you call it, adhesive gel, matte gel, no, gel medium. Do you know how to think then? I wouldn't get, look, it even says on there gel medium. How bad is that? Okay, we're going to use the sentiment. I'm not going to use the stencil. We'll use some of that. Let's use some of the shells because the shells are gorgeous. I will use some of the micro beads. I might even add some of the turtles. Got to add flowers. We have glitter, and we have some of the resin shells as well, and the paper. So let's try and see if we can use just a little bit of everything. So let me open my gel matte medium. You can use either one that you want. This is just what I have in. It is from Craftbox, and it was in one of my what do you call them, one of the boxes that I get each month. Not each month, sorry, every 2 months I buy a box. I get like a mixed media box, but they're really hard to get hold of, so I don't tend to show them now. Okay, right, the first thing I want to do, I think, is add on this, and then I think we're going to build up. However, I'm going to get rid of this bit because I'd like to use this somewhere else on the canvas, and we can just disguise that. So don't be afraid to cut your bits, like your wood, apart. You know, do what you feel. You can I know that that bit was just going to be covered, and I don't want it to be covered because it's really, really nice. So I'm just going to stick that up in this corner there. So just like that. We have these gorgeous shells, which there's Quincy. So I'm going to have to go and see what he's doing, because otherwise he won't be quiet. So yeah, I'll see who's walking past the window. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I'm back. He was barking at the trees, would you believe it? I'm actually going to put this bigger one, I think, down at the bottom. Have these ones in. We do have these gorgeous shells as well, so I'd like to add some of these in. So I think definitely add a few here, there and everywhere. So I'm wanting them up and down and all different ways. So yeah, I'm liking that. So let's get these stuck down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in with the micro beads in between all of the gaps, just to give it some more texture, because I think that would be nice. So we're just building up our elements. So when you're using gel medium, you're best off waiting overnight for it to dry, or a good few hours. Yeah, because you can dry it with your heat gun to speed it up. I've done it plenty of times, but I've found that your best results are if you leave it, especially when you're using uneven bits and pieces like this. So I'm just putting a nice generous blob of glue on, of gel medium, just so that we can, yeah, so we're just building this up like this. So again, just trying to get it. So now I want the shells to sort of run across the bottom as if it was sand. So yeah, I think that would be nice. Put that on there. So yeah, how is everybody today? How is everyone finding isolation as well? I hope you're all doing really well. You also all got to see my face for the first time, and I just want to say thank you. I was so nervous doing it, but like I said to my husband, I just felt like I needed to be very personal with you guys, and I needed to sort of make sure that you were all safe, you were all looking after one another, and just to stress that, you know, I do worry about you. I've had a migraine for, this will be day number 4 now, and it's just not going away, and it is because I'm just worried. I'm worried about everyone, but I can't stop myself from worrying, unfortunately. It's who I am. Yeah, but I'm quite happy as long as you guys are safe, and you continue to let me know that you're safe. Hopefully, you know, we'll get through this together. So I think it's a scary time, and I think there's a lot of people out there that are worried, but let's get through it through crafting. Who said that crafting couldn't solve anything? So yeah, I think just one more there. I love how this has actually turned out. These are just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it feels like forever since I actually made something using the craft boxes. Yeah, it just, so it's quite nice to actually come on and do it with you. So I would say I've got the house to myself, but I haven't. My husband's upstairs in bed, so he was up really late last night. Bless him. So I've sort of left him. Lucy is up in her room, even though it is a weekend. So I'm filming this, actually, hopefully this will go up tomorrow, which will be Sunday, but if not, it'll go up on Monday, so you'll get a couple of videos from me over the weekend. But yeah, so I have the whole of the downstairs to myself. I just feel do you know what, let's add one more. Why not? Let's go for it. There we go. Right, okay, so we have really filled that up. This will all depend on drying times. So how long, sorry for all the rustling, so it'll depend on how long it takes for the gel medium to dry to when this will be posted. So it's not Sunday, it'll be either Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, but I'm going to aim for tomorrow. Right, the next thing I'm going to do, so while I've got my gel medium out, is I am actually going to pop these gorgeous micro beads in between. Now I know this is purple, and I know that none of it's making sense, and you're thinking why are you putting the purple micro beads on? It's all going to be covered, so this will all be coated in white gesso when it is when I've got all of my layers and all my texture that I want. So yeah, so you won't even know that these are purple when I've finished. I'm not saying that I don't like the purple, I think the purple looks gorgeous, but yeah, I'm wanting to add in that gorgeous blue shimmer paste, shimmer spray, sorry. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm getting all of the little micro beads in here, so I think what I'll do is I'll do 2 separate ones. So so I'm just putting them on my brush, and then I'm putting a big healthy dollop of gel medium on, and then I'm just mixing the micro beads within the gel medium, and then that ensures that they will stay where they are put. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. I love doing stuff like this. Yeah, just going with the flow, not really thinking about anything. So I'm just putting quite a bit of gel medium actually here, there and everywhere, because I love the effect of these micro beads in between. Now if you don't have micro beads, you could use seed beads, you could even use salt, rock salt. I've heard that works. I've never personally tried it, but give it a try. Tea leaves work. So rip open a tea bag and mix that in with your gel medium. Yeah, anything really. Just give it a try. Right, I'm feeling like I just want a bit more here, so well, some there and then some more down here, so I think and a little bit in there as well. I think we will be done, so well, for this bit anyway. So like I said, just, and it doesn't even feel like my micro beads are going down, even though I'm popping them everywhere. But yeah, so I love adding texture in. Okay, and then just a bit here. So yeah, I feel like we need some in there. So can we get the last off of here? Because if we can, then we can just use these, because I don't want a massive amount down there. I just want a few, just to, yeah, why not? Okay, right, I'm thinking that let's we might lose some of these micro beads as well, but that's, yeah, unfortunately that's part of it, but we will get to keep the majority of them. So yeah, right, so that's all my texture built up. Let me pop them in my water. Now we do have these gorgeous anchors, which I do feel like we should have one, because that could really be the bottom of the sea. So let's take one out if we can without damaging it. Why not have one there, and then let's have a little one and one there, like that. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Right, I need my brush back. Now it's wet. Have I got? Yeah. Okay, let's dry that off somewhat. So, and then I'm just going to pop some gel medium on the back. So the reason why I'm using gel medium instead of normal regular glue is because I would like this to last, and because of the objects that I'm using. They are quite heavy, especially the shells, so you want them to have that grip and you want them to stay where they are. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to chase after Lady. I'll put this on. She's just come in and I saw her head go in my bin and then she's run off. So I think I may have to go and find her. My husband keeps shouting at me actually. He keeps telling me, shut the gate. But I can't help it, she's too cute. Right, okay, so I quite like that. So that's what we've got so far. So what I'm going to do is, because we do need to leave it to dry, so this should be dry in a few hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go and take my puppies for a walk. By the time I come back, my daughter and I will have some lunch, and then I will get back to it and we'll hopefully finish it off. So I'll also, in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I have this fussy cut sheet, so I'm going to fussy cut a few elements from here that we can add on to this once we've painted it all white. So yeah, so I will see you in a few hours. Well, for you it'll be a second, for me it'll be a few hours, so yeah, won't be long. Right, okay, so I'm back. It's just about dry, but I thought I would come back on. So I've just been talking with my daughter because she was having a little talk with herself, which she always does, and it's dead cute. And when I said, are you doing your randomness again? What was it you said, Lucy? You forgot. She actually said, sometimes you just need expert advice from yourself. And you know what? I think that's brilliant. I do. I think it's awesome. So yeah, when you talk to yourself and anybody asks, and if they say you go mad, you just turn around and say, no, I just need expert advice from myself. So yeah, love that, Lucy. Yeah, so what I've done, so we've had a walk. Lucy's had her dinner. I actually wasn't very hungry, especially with what happened on the walk. Lady, honestly, that dog, if she can find something disgusting, she will find something disgusting. And she had found a dead rat.
And she tried to eat it.
Yep, she had it in her mouth. She refused, and I didn't have any gloves or anything, so I had to use my coat. My coat has been very, very much sterilised and sprayed with rubbing alcohol and washed and everything. Hands have been washed, faces have been, everything's been. I wasn't out on my walk very long. I just thought, lady, really. But she seemed so happy with herself that she had this rat, and you just think, no, no. So yeah, I need to brush, well, she's had her teeth brushed, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to do to sort of protect us from it, because yeah, I think with everything that's going on in the world, and I'm not very good with things like that, and smells and anything. I mean, there was no smell, but I think I was just imagining smell. I don't know what, but I was nearly sick. So yeah, so it wasn't the best walks. It was actually one of the worst walks I've ever had. So yeah, I thought I'd come on and yeah, share my little experience. I mean, she looked as chuffed as anything. She thought she'd, you know, it was a present. And it's like, no lady, it's not a present at all. So yeah, poor little thing. Okay, yeah, like I said, what I've done is I have fussy cut all of these pieces out. So the fussy cut sheet that came with it, which I think is a brilliant idea. I love my fussy cutting, as most of you know. And then I thought, why not come on and just do a little bit of fussy cutting with you. So I have literally just taken the bits off there because we can use them as well. So there are all my fussy cut elements all ready to go. But yeah, no, the doggies are fine. Like I say, I mean, lady, she's had her teeth brushed. She's had, she gets her teeth brushed once a week anyway, but she's had her teeth brushed. We've completely sanitized. Everything's been scrubbed. I mean, my hands, they feel quite dry actually, because I really, really scrubbed them. And then I sprayed them with, because we couldn't get a hold of any, what do you call it, antibacterial wash stuff, whatever you call it. We've got hand soap and antibacterial hand soap and stuff, but the stuff you just rub in that you get in hospitals, we couldn't get any of that. So we've just been using actually my rubbing alcohol. So it's 90% proof alcohol, which is just as good. So our coats have been washed down and then sprayed with this. Our hands have been washed very, very thoroughly. I think my hands were washed for about a minute and then sprayed with that. But yeah, so I mean, I'm paranoid anyway about germs. I'm not OCD or anything, but yeah, if something doesn't, it's same with food. I'm very paranoid with my food, so if it doesn't look right, I won't eat it. And if something like that, like what I've just seen, I see it, just my appetite goes completely. I can't cope with it. So yeah, a little bit about me there, which I hope you're not eating. I really do. Right, okay, let's stop talking about it because I'm starting to feel ill again, and I've only just stopped myself from feeling ill. So right, all I'm doing is I'm going over everything with white gesso. Now I'm not using the 13 Arts one, so this is the Pebeo one, I think it's called. This isn't fully dry, so but I just thought, why not, let's come on. And so it's going to need a couple of coats, and the reason why we put a coat of gesso on is because it's giving us a blank canvas, so we're ending up with just the texture of all the shapes and stuff that we put on. So that is why we do, and it also prepares us for us using our different mediums as well. So I mean, this is going to prove a bit tricky because, like I said, it still is wet in parts, but I really wanted to come back on and do some more because I'm just in the mood for crafting. So I probably do this video, and then I was watching the lovely Julia this morning. She released her video of the sweet and sour collection. Now if you've not seen the sweet and sour collection, oh my god, it's gorgeous. So it's like a foodie one, which I think is a fab. So you've got Becky Bath, you've got Coco Caramel, Sally Sunday, and Nancy Noodle. So yeah, so she did a card, and it was so simple. I'm going to leave a link in my description box below. Go and check that video out because she does a bit of stash busting as well, and the card that she comes up with is so simple, and I mean simple, that, you know, and it's using stash. So she really is making me want to get my stash busting kit out. So I think once I've done this project, I'm going to get my stash busting kit out, and I'm going to see what I can come up with. So yeah, so if you want some stash busting ideas, go and check that video out. Like I say, I will leave a link to it in the description box below. It normally is, I normally leave it after about 3 or 4 people have watched the video. I'm quite bad, but I just forget, but I will try and make sure that it's there. So if it's not there when you first click on the video, it will be there within the first like half an hour, because I always watch to make sure that it's uploaded correctly. So yeah, but and because this isn't going on, because I'm not actually scheduling this video, I may forget. I'm hoping I won't, but yeah, do go check that video out, because like I say, I love what she did with the card, and it really is so simple, so simple, but really effective. Right, okay, so let me just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blast this with my heat gun. I'm going to do another coat of white gesso. Once I've done that, I'll come back and we'll start adding colour on. Okay, so I'm back. Right, so I've done that. I've given it 2 coats using that gesso. We do have quite a few other bits so that I would like to use, but the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use this spray. Now I do have a tea towel somewhere that I use just for my sprays, but I have a very bad feeling that when I sorted out my craft room, so I'm just looking through my drawers, that I may have actually inked it, so I might have to see if I can get something else. Yeah, it's not there. Oh, actually, no, I've put it in with my paints. Oh, hello. So somebody has come to see us. So this is the one. This is trouble. This is the biggest trouble of all times, aren't you, lady? Tell everybody what you did. Are you trouble? You're too cute though. And you've got nice liver flavoured breath now, haven't you? Yeah, that's the flavour of a toothpaste. But say hi to everybody, lady, and then you can go again and say hi. Oh, I know everybody likes seeing us. She's so cute. Look at that face. How can you say no to that face? Too cute. Right, go and find Quincy and play. Okay, right. So I do have an old tea towel here. So that I do use. Now let me move. Honestly, my desk's a mess. You know, I said that I was going to keep it tidy. Yeah, it just didn't happen. Right, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with spraying. So I am going to spray just around this bit first. Because it's absolutely gorgeous. So just like this. I think Lady wants to come up because she's just this corner. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Come on then, baby. Up you go. Yeah, as long as you sit on Mum's knee. Stay on Mum's knee. Good girl. Right, let's see if we can do this one-handed. So I'm going to dry this. And then I think we'll do a second coat of it. I will just build up the coats, I think, on it. So okay, so that's sort of the first coat, but I really want this to be darker. Now I'm wondering, I wasn't going to bring anything in from my stash. No, you're not going to eat the shells. That's my daughter's hand. She's come to a stroke lady. Hopefully she's come to rescue her from me, or rescue me from her, whichever way you want to say. Thank you, Lucy. So let's just spray this corner again, and like I said, I'm just going to keep on spraying and drying this corner because I do want it to be quite dark. So yeah, it's going to be quite noisy. I was going to go off the camera and do, but I think it'll be nice for you to see me layering it up. So yeah, okay, spray it again. So like I said, because I just want to build this up and make it darker. So I'm not drying it 100%. We can dry it fully when we get the colour that we want. So I'm just, yeah, so just spraying and then drying. But look at all that texture, doesn't that just look fab? Now, I wasn't going to bring anything in from my stash, however, I do feel like I need to make bits darker. So I'm going to get an acrylic paint, I think, from my stash, a dark blue, and just sort of water it down and just put it in the areas just so that we've got like a shadowing. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have this paint here, so this is pale blue, so we'll try that, which is quite a nice blue. I do have, actually I'm not going to use that. I do have these that came out of a, oh, what do you call it? I'm trying to think what you call it. Advent calendar. It was a Harry Potter Lego advent calendar, and do you know what? It's brilliant. They're brilliant for, yeah, putting your mediums in. So I just need a brush. Now I've just got, we just want this all nicely watered. I want it so it's quite runny so that we can just drip it in, and then we'll just use our spray water as well to help move the paint. But I just feel like we need to have some dark elements, so I'm just going to sort of dot it around in. So I'm not too worried about how it's looking, because when you start spraying it with water it moves the colour around, so which is always really nice. And I want to really get into those sort of what do you call it, not middle bits, like underneath. So I'm just going to spray, and as you can see, as soon as you spray it, that colour just spreads. And then we're just going to sort of move the canvas up and down, sideways, give it a tap just to help that movement. But I mean, look at that straight away, that just looks so much better. So we've got that gorgeous iridescent from the spray that we've received in our craft box, and then just by adding this gorgeous dark blue in, it's just made a massive difference. So I am going to put some more on, so just like that, and then again just put my spray on, and as you can see, it's just moving that colour, and it makes a huge difference to the canvas itself. And then if we wanted to, we could come in with this over the top so that we still get that shimmer. So just like that, and then so again I'm just going to tap it. So tapping it just helps get it moving. But yeah, so there, I am a bit more there just to break that down. So oh, look at that, I mean, doesn't that just look amazing? So let's dry this. So I'll dry this off camera and then I'll come back. So that's dry. I just want it to be just a little bit darker around this edge, so I'm just going to sort of paint it on there, get my water, because I would like it to sort of go down that edge. So just like that there. Just, yeah, I think that will work. So again, just drying it off. Right, and then the last thing I'm going to do, just because of this corner, now because this goes on quite pale, I am just going to sort of spray that whole corner. And then what we'll do is we'll come in and we will, I've got all of my hands now, we will dry brush it to bring out that that colour. But we've got this gorgeous dark blue on this corner that really stands out now, you just by adding just a little bit of that paint. And then we've brought in this gorgeous iridescent colour, and I mean the shimmer on it is just absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's just absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to dry this off. Once this is dried off, we will do some dry brushing. So I'll dry it off camera, then we'll come back and finish it off. Okay, so I'm back. Right, so this is what we've got so far. Now I've just pulled a few bits out, so we do have all of these gorgeous elements that we could fussy cut. So what I was thinking was, I really like the idea of having both these lighthouses on here, so maybe I really like the idea of having one there and maybe one there, so I quite like that. And then we've got we have a message in a bottle, but we have this gorgeous rope bit, which again I quite like. We have some fussy cut shells that we could add in, so I've got a couple of them. We'll go for the blue coloured ones. And then we have a little seagull, which I think we should definitely add in, which I might add in just down on the shells. I don't think there's anything else I want to add unless we add in that. No, I don't think so. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking so far. So just that. We also have this Dreaming of the Sea. I want to add one of the turtles in. We do have these papers, but I'm not sure whether or not we can add them, because I think what I should have done is really added them before they went in. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be adding any of the papers, as much as they're gorgeous. The only thing I could think of is we could fussy cut out the starfish and add the starfish on maybe in here. Not 100% sure though, so I think we'll leave that. We do also have this gorgeous glitter, but again, I don't know if I want to, so let's move these. So this is what I'm thinking of adding. Definitely going to add a turtle, but before we do that we need to do some dry brushing with our white gesso. So let me grab a paintbrush. So these are just cheap paintbrushes. You get a pack of 6, I think, for £6 from the Works. I love them. So yeah, that's what I'm using. And then we're just going to go over everything just to make them nice and bright. So yeah, I can hear a car alarm going off. And then we are just adding, and it's just to bring out that detail really. So when you're dry brushing, you want very little on your brush, because the least amount the better. And then you just slowly go over, you build up your layers. See, this is why you need them to be fully stuck before you do it. So there's Lady and Quincy. So I'm going to continue to do this and build up my layers, and then I'll come back. But I'm thinking I want to make these bits white, so I won't be long. Okay, so I'm back. Right, let me pop that in there. So I've just built up the white around here and on the anchors. I haven't really, it has mixed in with the blue, but I don't mind that at all. I just wanted them just to stand out just a touch. I definitely want one of these little turtles on, because I think these turtles are just gorgeous. So yeah, just trying to limit my products really to what was in the box. The only thing that really I've added is the canvas, and oh, I love that, and the blue paint. But I think, how gorgeous is that? I mean, you don't even have to add any of the fussy cut pieces in, but I'm going to, because I really like them. So I think that one definitely there. We'll put this one, maybe, where can we pop it? Actually, might have to do it the other way around. So just I just feel that's quite high up. It'll be alright, won't it? It'll be fine. So yeah, build that up there, because like I say, I do feel like I want both there. So we'll have that one there. Definitely going to have this one just there. We'll put this little shell here. We're going to have this little birdie there. We'll pop that up in the corner, and then we are going to pop our little turtle there. How cute is that? So off to the side, when I bring it in, is just my hot glue gun. So as soon as that heats up, then we'll stick it all together. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, I've enjoyed making it. It's been really fun and just what I needed today. So yeah, I love doing mixed media. I just don't do enough of it, I think. I love making cards as well. I love a lot of bits and pieces that really I should do more of. But yeah, I think this afternoon I might do a bit of stash busting. So yeah, take you along the ride with me, but it'll be a while before it'll be up though, because I try and do it so that I have videos going up, so that if I am bad for any reason. Right, we need more glue on this bit, so a nice generous amount, oh, without getting it stuck everywhere. So just like that, and then a bit here as well. So just like that. So that is the first one. Let me pop that down a second. So we want this to sit quite nicely, and while it's still hot we can sort of manoeuvre it. I just want to bring it up just a touch if I can. There we go. Right, there we go. So there's that one, and then let us glue this down. So again, I just want it so that it just sort of slightly touches that back, so we've got it raised. There we go. So when that dries, it'll be nice and raised. So yeah, so a nice little project for a very windy Saturday afternoon. So like I said, I'm going to try and put this up tomorrow. It all depends on editing and how long it takes me to edit, and how long it takes to export. Yeah, so hopefully it will be up tomorrow, which is a Sunday. But like I said, do go and check out Julia, her sweet and sour collection, because like I said, she's just done some stash busting, and the card that she did was really nice. So yeah. But you know what, I'm going to add that in as well. Why not? I like that. I like the hints of the blue everywhere. I just think it's gorgeous. Right, so this will put a dab on each one. Now I'm not worried about the glue strings, because when I finish, I will just go over this piece with my heat gun, and that will get rid of the glue strings. Now I was going to cut them off, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to wrap them around. So because I just think, why not? So just a dot of glue on the back. Please be careful. The hot glue gun is hot, so do be careful when you are using them. So there's that. Now, actually, do I want the sea turtle up there? Or do I want him? Oh, do you know what? Let's have him where we had him. Because he's so cute. There. And then the same with this. Actually, do I want to use my... No, I'm going to use gel medium for the sentiment, just because it's quite delicate, and if I get the glue gun wrong, it's not going to look very nice. So I'm looking for an old-ish or not very good paintbrush, because I don't want to use my best paintbrushes. So yeah, I'm just going to dab this on the back, just all over. I find that if I dab it, it's easier. So I just put a bit on my brush and then just dab along the word. So really like a small amount, and then just dab over all of the surfaces. So yeah, right, pop that in my water so it doesn't dry out. And I'm not going to colour it, because I like to keep my chipboards without any colour. So there it is. How awesome is that? Now, will this go? I'm not going to put that back in because it's... No. Although, I really want to, but no, I'm not going to add it. Have a little fight with myself. Okay, so that is it for today. There is my project I have made using my craft box this month. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I am going, oh, yeah, I just think it's beautiful. Yeah, and would look lovely in anyone's bathroom actually, or on a wall, or yeah. I do. I love it. I think it's turned out gorgeous. No, I don't know what I envisioned when I started it. I never know really what I'm doing when I start, because I just sort of, I do what I want, and I do what feels right for me. And that's the advice I would give anybody starting mixed media. Don't be scared. There's no rules. You do what you want. At the end of the day, if it doesn't turn out how you wanted it to, then just paint over it again with white gesso and do something different. It's, you know, it's about learning, and plus it's so much fun getting your hands dirty. So yeah, but oh, I love it. I love. So yeah, that's my project for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hopefully see you very soon in my next video. But until then, happy crafting. Bye.